Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Thursday, March 2nd, 2022 edition of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this beautiful, beautiful Thursday episode. Last show for the week, and we have a huge card tonight. 9 NHL games on tap. What can I say? Let's have a nice little bounce back from last night. Today's show, we'll go over last night's bloodbath. We go 1-4 on the ice. But like I said, that's just how it is. It's okay. We start off with almost 13 units from the beginning of the week, and you lose a little bit over 3 units. No big deal. Still rocking and rolling into the week, and we'll get back at it tonight with a lot of plays tonight, a lot of games, 9 games on the card. Let's rock and roll. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account today. Use a promo code 12ounce120Z and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. You got Zingo TV, channel 761. Sign up today. It's free. Then flip over to channel 761 where you'll be hearing today's episode live of Pete's Power Plays. Amazon.com. We have a website out there. Go ahead, check it out. Go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And don't forget to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store where we have a large variety of Pete's Power Plays apparel. And like I said, I have shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, whatever you may need to get through the season. Let's rock and roll here. Colors, sizes, I have it all. So get yours today. Simple as that. All right, so we're back, and we are back. Last show for the week. Let's end it with a bang, shall we? We should do that. Last night, like I said, wasn't the best night. It's just how it is. That's how the cookies crumble. Like I said, don't put your head down because we had a crappy night last night. Monday and Tuesday treated us very well. Okay, one night, one little slip up. It happens, okay? We're all not perfect. We're human after all. You can't win all the time. So that's just how it is. So last night we go 1-4 on the ice. And let's break it down real fast. The Leafs and the Sabres over 6.5. Excuse me. I can't even believe we lost this one. You had the first period over that cashed out no problem. That was a play on the ice yesterday. And the fact that over 6.5, Sabres did their part. Sabres scored 5 goals on their own. Needed really no much more help from them at all. And you had the Leafs that just scored 1 goal in the first period, and that was it, and get absolutely basically destroyed by the Buffalo Sabres. This Leafs team is very inconsistent as of late. I would hate to fade this team, but right now it's very possible that they are on my fade list at the current time. I can't trust this Maple Leafs team. Very inconsistent. Not sure what team you're going to get. Just not good. Not a great performance, but let alone the last couple times that I've bet them, they haven't really been performing, let alone cashing out tickets either. So right now, the Leafs are on a fade list for me right now until they could find their groove. I just can't trust them right now. You would think with the Sabres scoring 5, you would easily get that over 6.5, but we couldn't even get there. Could not even get there. It's astonishing how we lost that bet. Bad beat. That's just how hockey goes. Leafs better wake the hell up. They better, because they're not taking these light teams serious whatsoever. Inconsistency is a big thing right now for this Toronto team, so they better wake up if they want to do something in the playoffs this year. Next up, Kings on the money line at plus 130, up 3-1, dominating the game against Dallas. Unfortunate break, they lose 4-3. Just choking fashion. I mean, it's just had the game won. Kings had this game. They were dominating in and out, first and second period, all definitely for sure. And then at the end of the second period, they blew it. They blew the lead, and the Kings held on. The Stars ended up holding the win 4-3. Bad beat. I think the card last night probably my worst bad beats in a long time. Between that Leafs and Sabres over 6.5. Kings last night blowing a 2-goal lead. The 2-team over parlay. I mean, we hit the Leafs first period over, and the Predators couldn't even score a goal in the first period. The Kraken did, no problem. The Kraken had a goal, but you're telling me that Predators couldn't even score a goal and cash out that plus 215, plus 210, plus 215 ticket? Again, just a bad beat. We missed that parlay by another goal. Otherwise, we'd be in decent shape. Compared to losing. A little bit over 3 units, but again, that's how hockey is right now. Or at least from last night's standards, that's what happened. Leafs Preds moneyline parlay at plus 100. That was a ugly parlay to give to the clients there. Again, just didn't expect the Predators to lose to the Kraken. Didn't expect the Leafs to lose to the Sabres. I mean, kudos to those that took the Kraken, that took the Sabres. Obviously, there was a few of you out there that I saw that took them, so kudos to you guys for taking them. But the only winner of the night was the Preds Kraken over 5.5 at plus 105. He had that in the second period. That was a non-sweat of a game. But all in all, we go 1-4 on the ice last night with a minus 3.1 units overall. A little bit back to reality from the hotness basically that we had in the first 2 days of the week. But we can't rub it off yet. We'll be okay tonight. Let's try and bounce back. Thursdays are always those big cards, bloodbath or gold mine sort of. Slate for how I feel. Tuesday and Thursdays are always like that for me. So all in all, NHL season sits at 555 wins, 555, 489 losses, and 21 pushes. That gives me a grand total of plus 58.45 units overall. So like I said, not too bad. We're keep grinding it out. We'll be okay. And let's have a bounce back night. 9 games on the ice tonight. And you know what? With that being said, it's 12:08 right here in the East. Give me a quick commercial break when I get back. I had 9 games to talk about with you guys. So best bets, analysis, leans, much more after the break. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Be back in 2.
12-Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120Z and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sportsbook. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Thursday, March 3rd, 2022 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice, Philly Pete. We're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this marvelous Thursday afternoon here in the East Coast. Rise and shine out there out west. Thanks for coming on board, talking hockey with me. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use the promo code 12ounce, 120Z. They'll match your first deposit up to 125%. You got Zingo TV, channel 761. Amazon.com, We also have www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Buy something today. Support the crew. Or you can go to the 12-ounce sports store where there's a large variety of Pete's Power Plays apparel. I go from shirts to t-shirts to tanks to sweatshirts, sweaters, whatever you may need, colors, sizes, men's apparel, kids apparel, whatever it's there, I have it all. Check it out today and support your boy. Here we go. We're back and we're live. If you missed the segment before, obviously we lost a little bit over 3 units last night in the NHL. It was bound to happen. We were hot the first 2 days of the week. Hump Day edition. Well, it was not the night that I expected it to be. A couple bad beats. That Leafs game over 6.5 should have cashed that, no problem. Especially with the Sabres scoring 5 of their own. Thought it would be in the bag. Nope. Kings choked in the lead. What can you do? No big deal there. But, all in all, that's what happens in the NHL. It was bound to happen. So let's bounce back tonight in Thursday's edition of the NHL, starting with the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Tempe Bay Lightning tonight. This should be a very, very good one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Over-under here is at 6. Tampa minus 170 on the money line. They beat the hell out of the Sens the other night. Not surprised at all. Pens come in right now. A great road team. Okay, so right now Tampa's minus 170 on the money line. Pittsburgh is at plus 150. Tampa, obviously we know, is phenomenal at home. 18-4-1 at home this year. 11-15 covering the puck line in their last 26, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. Pittsburgh comes in a phenomenal road team. 18-6-1 on the road. 16-11 on the road, covering the puck line in their last 27, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. Last night we cashed out. Like I said, a couple dogs cashed out, and I mean heavy dogs cashed out last night. And obviously that was the Sabres at a whopping plus 350. That cashed out no problem. And then you also had the Kraken that cashed out at good money as well. So I mean, that's just how it's been. I'm really all about the dogs. Like this could be another potential night too. But Pittsburgh getting plus 50. I get that Tampa's a tough team at home, but Pittsburgh's road record just as good. Give me the Pittsburgh Penguins here on the money line at plus 150. This is just a very, very sketchy line for me. Worst case, I like the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 1.5 on the puck line. But, the value there is on that money line, especially how good of a road team they are. Pens, money line, plus 150. I also like the over 6. I think we're going to get some goals here tonight for sure. 2 great offenses. Goalies who have been giving up goals. I like the over. This is going to be a really fun game to watch. Pens, money line, plus 150. Puck line, plus 1.5, and the over 6. There you go. Pens, Lightning, I might even dabble with the first period over 1.5, but we'll see what happens there. But I am on the full game over 6. Okay, there you go. Tampa, Pittsburgh. Next up, we have the Ottawa Senators at the Florida Panthers. Over-under here is at 6.5 at minus 130 on DraftKings. Florida comes in minus 400 on the money line. Senators come in at plus 340 on the money line. Florida 23-6 at home this year. It's 15-14 covering the puck line at home. 7-2-1 their last 10 with the overs. Senators come in 9-12-3 on the road this year. 14-10 their last 24 covering the puck line, and 3-7 their last 10 with the overs. Tampa Bay was getting 75% of the public money. I forgot to mention that. Florida tonight is getting 75% of the public money as well. Ottawa's 3-7 their last 10, but they, this, like I said, Florida can score. They're an offensive team. They can score at will. Ottawa can score too. You saw them score a couple against Tampa. Ottawa will score tonight. You have to imagine, give us a couple goals. And Florida, is good for 4 or 5 goals. I love the over 6.5 in this spot. Give me the over 6.5. Give me the first period over 1.5 as well. Those are automatics for me. And you know what? I mean, a team like Ottawa, just to me, this could be like some sort of game where, remember, it was the Jackets and they beat the Florida Panthers. But I don't think this happens tonight. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong, and Ottawa cashes out plus 335. That'd be amazing. But Florida's just too good. I don't have a side in this game. I wouldn't even take the puck line for the Panthers tonight. I'm just on the totals here. Over 6.5 and over first period over 1.5. If I had to, compare, maybe do a money line parlay for you. Panthers would be a leg in that parlay for me. That's pretty much it. And like I said, the puck line for Florida is not even worth it for me at the price. So Panthers in a money line parlay tonight as a leg, but I'm on the over 6.5 and the first period over 1.5 as well. Okay. Next up, the Minnesota Wild at the Philadelphia Flyers tonight down there on Broad Street. The Broad Street Bullies against the Minnesota Wild here. Over under here is at 6. Minnesota minus 205 on the money line. Flyers at plus 175. 70% of the public money on the Wild. Flyers at home 9-14-2, 13-15 covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Wild come in right now 15-12 on the road, 13-16 on the road, covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. This is trending over. I know Minnesota, basically scored 1 goal against Calgary. You have to imagine coming to Philly. Philly's, basically there's no point of Philly winning these games anymore. There's no shot at making the playoffs. At this point, as a fan, just root for the draft picks. Really, there's really no point in winning these games at all. Minnesota in playoff contention, obviously. These are games that you have to win, and that's something that Toronto couldn't do last night. That's something that the Predators couldn't do last night. But to me, Minnesota should win this game. They absolutely should. Minnesota in regulation is a good bet to me. I'd probably consider taking that. I am on that side. As far as total is concerned, I like the over 6. I know Minnesota will probably break it down a little bit easily, more defensively, I should say. Flyers could it might not get there, but I just the way that the trend has been going, and Minnesota, could score at will. Only score 1 goal in Calgary. They're better than that. They could even put up even 4 or 5 tonight in Philly, maybe a 5-2 win in Philly tonight. Flyers are usually good for, again, with players hurt or not, they're still good for at least 2 goals. But I like the over 6, and I like the Minnesota Wild here in regulation. All right. Carolina Hurricanes at the Washington Capitals. Over-under here was at 5.5. It has moved to 6. Carolina's minus 125 on the money line. Washington's plus 110. 65% of the public money on the Hurricanes tonight. Washington at home, 12-11-4, 9-19 in their last 28 covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Carolina, great road team, 18-7-3 on the road, 14-14 even covering the puck line, and 6-4 as well in their last 10. I'm on the over 5. I'm on the over 6 here. I might even buy the 5.5 at minus 130. On DK or minus 135, but I like the over in this spot regardless, 5.5 or 6. I would definitely consider taking the first period over 1.5 here as well. But I like the Hurricanes. Caps really haven't proved me anything yet. I really can't trust them at the moment. That's why I like the Canes. I mean, Canes are playing good. They're a great road team, and I'm on the Canes tonight. Canes money line minus 125 is cheap, and I like the over 5.5 there or 6. Between the Caps and the Canes. All right, 5 games left for you guys. The Vancouver Canucks at the New York Islanders. Over-under here is at 5.5. Islanders minus 120 on the money line. Vancouver plus 105. This is a 50-50 split between public money. Islanders at home 10-10-1 this year. 10-14 covering the puck line, and 6-3-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Vancouver comes in red hot, 14-3-1 on the road, 17-13 covering the puck line in their last 30 on the road, and 9-1 in their last 10 with the overs. This over is at 5.5. Both teams have been playing over hockey as of late. Trend is on the over. 15-4-1 combined for these two teams in terms of the overs in their last 20 games. So. I'm on the over 5.5 in this spot. As much knowing that it'll probably go under because of the stats are just unbelievable in terms of the over. But knowing that it'll probably go under tonight. But I'm going to go with the over 5.5 in this game. These two teams have been scoring. They have been scoring and or giving up goals too. So Vancouver, something about this team that I think they win here tonight. Plus 105. I know it's a little bit of a dog value here away. And they're playing good. They're playing good road hockey as of late. Their road record covering the puck lines is decent, and it's a par road record overall. So give me Even the Vancouver Canucks money line, plus 105. I also like the over 5.5 in this game between the Isles and the Canucks. Okay, next up, Edmonton Oilers at the Chicago Blackhawks. Over/under here is at 6. Edmonton minus 145 on the money line, and Chicago at plus 125 on the money line. 75% of the public money is on the Oilers tonight. Chicago at home, 9-14-3, 10-17 covering the puck line in their last 27, and 3-6-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Edmonton comes in 16-10-3 on the road, 16-13 covering the puck line in their last 29, and 4-5-1 in their last 10 with the overs. This is trending under as much as you want to see an over here tonight. And the over does look good, but what do we expect from Chicago tonight? Team that's most likely out of the playoffs, nothing to really play for. Is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? Edmonton here, 30-21-3 on the year. Obviously in playoff contention, but again, these are games that they have to win. They have to win. Can I see an upset tonight? Can I see Chicago winning this? Sure, because that's how I feel. Will Koskinen be in net tonight? Yeah, hopefully. The goaltending has been somewhat decent as of late for the Oilers. Something that you can't really trust when you side them, but I have to give them some credit. They've been doing pretty well, especially against the Flyers, shutting them out the other night, basically, not even giving up a goal. But to me, the Oilers here, these are games that they have to win. Give me the Oilers here, money line, minus 145 here. And, I kind of debate on the Edmonton Oilers team total over 3.5 as well. You could probably get plus odds. This would be a team that could definitely score 4 goals here tonight. Again, they have the offense. It just depends what Oilers team shows up, the team that wants to win or the team that just doesn't want to bother playing tonight. That's how it is. But again, these are games at the end of the day that they have to win. They have to win these games for playoff contention. So Oilers here, money line, minus 145. And, give me the over 6. I think Chicago is capable of scoring at least 2. Edmonton should they should have fun tonight. They should have fun tonight. Give me a 5-2 game here, something like that. Edmonton team total over 3.5 as well. I like too, so something to consider. So there you go. Edmonton money line over 6, first period over 1.5 as well, and the Oilers team total over 3.5. Have to imagine that these guys give it all they have tonight as they play a team that's pretty irrelevant at this point during the season. So there you go. Edmonton, Chicago. Okay. Boston Bruins at the Vegas Knights over-unders at 5.5. Pick'em game, ladies and gentlemen, minus 105 each way. Boston with a slight favor between minus 105, minus 110. If you can get that. Again, shop around. You might get plus 100. Like I said, it's a couple of people have had plus 105s, plus 100 even last night and this morning. Right now it's at minus 110. Some books are at minus 115. But I'm showing minus 105 here. Vegas minus 105. 60% of the money is on the Vegas Knights here. The public money is on the Knights. 60% toss-up game. Vegas is 15-12-2 at home this year. 10-20 at home, covering the puck line in their last 30. And 2-7-1 in their last 10 with the overs. I mean, under galore as of late. Boston 16-8-1 on the road this year. Amazing road team. 15-12 covering the puck line, like I said, in their last 27 on the road. Not bad. 3-5-2 in their last 10 with the over. So the unders have been cashing out for these two teams as of late. I'm on the under 5.5 here in this game as well. It should be a tight game back and forth, but I like the Boston Bruins here on the money line as well. Shop around. I'm telling you, it's going from either plus 100 even money to as much as minus 115. So shop around, get the best number. But I'm on the Boston Bruins here at minus 105. That's what I locked it in at earlier today, and it's at minus 110 on some books now. So, but either way, I mean, I like the Bruins here in the spot. Again, another team that has a phenomenal road record. And they're playing good hockey. They are playing good hockey as of late too. So it's and Vegas right now still inconsistent for me to trust. I know they beat the Sharks 3-1, but I just think Boston is the better team out of the two. And at that small price, I'll take the Bruins any day of the week here. So Bruins money line and the under 5.5. Okay, Montreal Canadiens at the Calgary Flames. A very lopsided bet here tonight. Over under here is at 6. Calgary minus 420 on the money line. Montreal plus 355 on the money line. Unbelievable. Calgary 15-4-4 at home this year. 12-11 at home covering the puck line in their last 23. And 6-3-1 in their last 10 with the overs here. Montreal 5-17-6 on the road. 13-15 in their last 28 covering the puck line on the road here as well. And 5-5 in their last 10 with the overs. To me, this is a trend of an over as well. We know Montreal can score. This is going to be Calgary, again, a team that's playing extremely well. Playoff contention, already in the playoffs, nothing to worry about. But these are teams, again, that you have to beat. Don't take it easy. Like I said, pure example from last night. Toronto, losing to the Sabres. Preds losing to the Kraken. It just depends, if the Flames just don't want to look ahead, or they just decide, let's play tonight. Let's kick this team's ass and go to sleep and wake up with a W. I mean, simple as that. But again, another game that I'm going to lay off on side unless in a parlay. I mean, you can consider here a Calgary Flames, Panthers, and Avalanche money line tonight. A 3-teamer. I know it's a lot, and I know it's quite juicy, but if you put that together here real quick, let me get this out for you, because I know I have another game to talk about. This game and the next one to talk to you guys about. But if you put this all together, I mean, you're getting even money. Flames, Avalanche, and the Panthers money line 3-team parlay is plus 100 on DraftKings right now. It's not even worth it. You would think it would be a guarantee, but again, just the way things have been going in the NHL, it's not. So for me, the puck line I would consider taking, but that's still juicy for me too. Flames puck line minus 1.5 is at minus 170. That's not worth it at all. So, if you want to consider taking that 3-teamer, something to consider. It's juicy. You're not even getting value for a 3-teamer nonetheless. So all in all, I'm going to lay off this side here. But if I had to pick here, obviously I'd go on Calgary side. But I'm not laying minus 400 juice. No thanks. But I'm on the total here. I like the over 6 in this game between the two teams. 6 spot here. I like the over. Montreal's good for at least 2 goals. And Calgary can score at will. We know that. Dropping 5 against Minnesota the other night. But I think we get the over here tonight. And give me the first period over, 1.5 goals as well. I like the first period over here as well. Something definitely to consider. So over 6, Flames Habs. First period over, 1.5, Flames Habs. And again, if you're feeling a moneyline parlay, I would add Calgary into it as a leg. But I have no side. I'm not laying minus 170 either to cover that puck line, because you just don't know if these teams will take these lower, crappier teams seriously or not, as we saw last night. So I'm laying off of that one. But again, like I said, I do the show and I give you my leans. Calgary would be on a leg for a moneyline parlay. Simple enough as that. So there you go. I'm on the over 6 and over first period 1.5. All right, and then last but not least, we go to the desert here, or what used to be the desert, because we don't know where the hell or who the hell the Coyotes are anymore. Colorado Avalanche at the Arizona Coyotes. Over under here is at 6.5. Avs minus 380 on the money line. Arizona plus 325 on the money line. 75% of the public money is on the Avs. 70% of the public money is on the Flames. I did not mention that earlier to you guys. But Arizona at home, 7-20 at home, 13-15 covering the puck line, and 5-4-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Avs come in 17-7-2 at home. On the road this year. 13-13 on the road covering the puck line, and 4-5-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Like I said, another highly juiced game. Like I said, Colorado I would put into a leg if you want to consider a moneyline parlay. The minus 1.5 is too juicy for my liking as well. That's at minus 145. It's not bad. I would consider taking the puck line. But again, Vejmelka is likely in net tonight. You don't know what to expect. 6.5 goals is a lot, I think. I know we'll probably get there, but I'm going to take the under 6.5 just to be different about these two teams here and this game in general. Give me the under 6.5. Avs, Coyotes, because I could totally see like a 4-1 sort of game. But Avs, I'm all over here as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, I'm out of time. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Let's cash on pucks. I'll see you guys. Bye.